Yo, what up? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, listen, this audio, I want to talk about why simping is dangerous. Okay, I'm going to title this Simping is Dangerous. All right, so I'm going to tell you guys a little story about what happened to me just tonight, right? It's like 1:45 in the morning as I'm recording this because I was, out, and doing my thing or whatever. So, me and my boy, we went to this event and we were networking, talking to some people, making things happen. And, we're in the spot and we're talking to this girl. Me and my boy's talking to this one girl. We're just, shooting the shit, talking about whatever, right? So she's like, oh, my friend is supposed to be on her way. And we're like, all right, cool, so we're like, okay, cool. So when she get here, she could join the cipher. We could start talking, right? So, her friend comes through and her friend was like, oh, yeah, I was just out with this guy, right? So, me and my boy was thinking it was like, oh, okay, you was out on a date with a dude. So we was talking about like, oh, how did the date go, whatever, right? And she was like, nah, I was just with some guy who's my friend. But then she proceeded to say like this friend was a guy who kind of does some inappropriate things that kind of she's not really feeling and makes her feel sort of weird or whatever. Like she was saying stuff like that about him, right? So basically this is a guy who's in the friend zone. Now the funny part was she was talking about him and I'm thinking this guy is maybe at home now. He's doing his own thing somewhere else. So while she's talking about this guy shows up at the place. So, he shows up as, she's talking about him and we all kind of like are caught off guard. Like, oh, hey, what's going on? Like, you know what I mean? Like this, and, she's introducing us to the dude or whatever. And we're like, okay, so, she's kind of talking all this stuff right as he's coming through. And then we kind of, I guess, change the subject or whatever since he's there. Now, so what happened was my friend and the other girl, that we were talking to at first, they went to the bar to get some drinks. So now it's me, the new girl that comes through that was, on the thing with her friend, the date, I guess, with her friend, you call it, and her friend. So it's just us three, sitting there talking or whatever, right? So I'm mainly talking to the girl about something. I can't remember what it was. But then at some point, I asked the girl, I said, hey, how old are you? Right? And now this is where the simping began. And it was funny because I can see the vibe between, how he was feeling, with her there talking to other people. Like he was just looking all weird and, just kind of hovering or whatever. So, we were talking and I said, hey, how old are you? And then this is where the simping starts. He comes in front of me, in front of my face, and he's like, yo, why are you asking her age? And I'm like, excuse me? Like what you talking about? And he's like, oh, you don't ask a woman her age. And at this point, there's another dude who started sort of talking to her, to his, to the girl. So she didn't even see what was going on between me and the guy, you understand, with her friend. So he's like, you don't ask a woman her age and that's not cool. And I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Because at first I'm thinking he's joking, like being facetious. Like, oh, people will say, oh, don't ask a woman her age, whatever. But he was dead ass serious, right? So then I'm standing there kind of almost laughing like, are you for real? Like that's like the feeling and the look I got on my face. Like I'm just shocked that he's really serious right now. Right. So I said, dude, look, I could ask a chick whatever I want. I'm like, I ask girls their ages all the time. What the hell's the big deal? What are you talking about? Because I'm still sort of confused. And so he's, now he's like right in front of me. Like, like when you that stance, like you sort of about to want to fight somebody. He's right in front of me. He says this. He says, well, listen, don't talk to her or don't talk about her or don't say anything about her that way because she's special. And I'm just like, oh my God, this nigga is simping. I was like, the simping is real. Like this is really actually happening. So at this point, He's like in front of my face, and I'm getting that feeling, that adrenaline feeling, like something's about to go down. And I'm saying to myself, this dude better not do no bullshit. And let me say this, he almost seemed like he was sort of high or drunk or tipsy on something, because after, later on it was some other stupid shit. But so at this point, I looked at him and I said, dude, I was like, calm down, just calm down. Because I'm thinking, I'm not trying to get into no shit in here. I'm not trying to fight nobody in here. I'm not trying to, because I'm at the event. I'm trying to, be cool with people, get some contacts. I done shook the hand of the guy who's running the event and everything. So I'm not trying to be in here getting into any trouble over no bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is, I told the dude, I said, listen, just calm down, right? So then so once I say that, he stops, he calms down, and he's like, he stops, like talking to me, right? Then what happened was the girl, the one that he's simping for, she's sort of talking to this other guy that's on the side of her. And I'm trying to get back into the conversation. So I'm sort of talking to her and the new guy, and it's just us three talking. And he's just on the side, just standing there silent, right? But then I can see him looking, just staring at me, like really like close staring at me. So then, I hear him mumble something under his breath. So I said, what you said? And he was like, you heard what I said. I said, and I'm actually asking him, what did he say? I'm not even trying to start no one because I really didn't hear what the fuck he said. I was like, what did you say? And he's like, nothing, forget about it. And then he just stands there again. So I'm like, yo, whatever, right? So now I'll try to jump. I'm jumping back in the conversation with the girl and the other dude. And then he mumbles something again, like near my ear. And I said, what? And I'm literally I'm like, yo, what is he talking about? And then he's like, nothing, forget about it. And I'm like, yo, this dude, like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? And then, I was like, he's on something. Because at this point, he starts to sort of sway back and forth, really really, like, not too much, but he's just swaying really slightly. Kind of like, you ever see those crackheads, that be on the street where they be leaning forward a little bit? He started doing that shit. And the dude starts leaning on top of me. And I'm like, dude, I say, yo, what the fuck is going on? So I gently push him off of me. And I said, dude, chill the fuck out. And at that point, I just walked the hell away from him. And then I went to the bar and I was talking to my friend. I'm like, yo, this dude over here is wilding out. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is this. Simping is dangerous because he put himself in a position to where he could have got knocked out. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing is, I'm not like the violent type, but the thing is that if you start something, because I was like, okay, if this dude starts something, I might have to, I'm gonna have to defend myself, and then it's gonna go down, right? But I was trying to, diffuse the situation. You understand? But the thing is that his simping put himself in danger, but also put me in danger. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because he doesn't know how to, really attract a woman. So now he's walking around with this girl, being in the friend zone and getting frustrated that, she's going out and meeting other guys, and you're still wondering why you're still in the friend zone while she might be talking and flirting with this other guy. So you got all this pent up energy and all this aggression that comes out, when you're doing all this other stuff. You understand? And not to mention, he's probably high or drunk or tipsy. So, when people get drunk, they get that little liquid courage and they start really, talking about how they feel. You understand? But the thing, I wanted to tell you guys is, don't simp, okay? Just learn the game. Learn how to attract women. Because when you end up being a simp, when you end up doing that type of shit where he's basically up there caping up for the girl, talking about, don't say that about her, don't ask a lady that, and she's special, and why are you talking like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's ready to fight me for this chick. He's ready to make it go down. You know what I'm saying? He's ready to get punched in the face or whatever it is for this chick who was basically, talking crap about him before he got into the room. You understand? So it's like, and there's a lot of dudes out there who are simping and have that energy, and that energy is not going to do anything for you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this shit is terrible. So, in order for you to not be a simp, you have to really understand the game and learn the game, and not be the type of guy who's going to be, bending over backwards for women and running behind women and thinking that all this simping and caping and all this mangina shit is going to work, because it's not. Because the girl who he is in the friend zone with, she don't really even respect him like that. You understand? And the funny part was, after all of that kind of happened, it seemed like that her and her other friend sort of seen that he was acting all funny and shit. So they kind of bounced after that, because it seemed like they were embarrassed that he was acting that way. So, the girls, they came up to us and they were like, hey, we had a good time talking to you, but we got to really run. So it was almost like they were getting out of there because they didn't want to, because we exchanged information with them to, like holler at them later or whatever. And it seemed like they didn't want their friend to, ruin the vibe, which he sort of kind of already did. You understand, with his simping. But, it is what it is. But guys, stop simping, learn the game, and make it happen. And this is why I'm actually having a new event, a new seminar called Reclaim the Game, May 15th, 2015, at the So Techie Spaces in NYC. All right, so you can click the link below to get tickets for that seminar. It's going to be hot fire. I'm going to be talking about some new rules, some new dating rules for men. That simping and all that nonsense got to go. All right, so that is it. I'm out of here. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.
Master the game by joining dating and life coach Mr. Locario live in New York City on Friday, May 15th at So Techie Spaces for his new seminar, Reclaim the Game. Mr. Locario has some exclusive new realistic approaches to the dating game that will help you be successful with women. Purchase your tickets at MrLocario.com. Space is extremely limited, so pick up your tickets today at MrLocario.com. That's MrLocario.com. MrLocario.com.